Morning, my friends. I have us an actual real video of somebody that is reading no script. How often do we find that? Never. I search around all the time. Anybody that I recommend to you guys, you're always let down because it's not me. Yeah, but everybody hates me. But this is one of the most authentic videos we will ever find. It completely changes the way that I have to approach it, because everyone in the world does think that they're serious people, and they're fucking retards. And it all does come down to all the ego stuff and everything. We actually found a serious person. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to make one of my inflated, boisterous type things. But once again, I can always back up my bullshit. I can always bring the receipts. This is right here. This might be one of the greatest producers humanity has ever seen. And it's funny because he produces the backing tracks that I play guitar to, that I practice guitar solos. Just the backing tracks are recorded more professionally and sound better than any recording that's ever been made. The guitar solos, when it's at the end of the backing track and then they do like a little example guitar solo, the guitar sounds better than any guitar that anyone's ever recorded, ever. So this dude has a lot of weight. This dude's the real fucking deal, while he's not reading any script of any kind. Aren't we finding that there's something, just like I've been telling you all these years, but we're finding out. Look at how there's something about creativity. There's something about the true artist doesn't read a script. The true artist is knowing himself. Like the last video I made on like Louis Rosman. And I'm saying Louis Rosman's a smart guy. Louis Rosman is a smart guy. But you know what? Louis Rosman is also a simpleton. And so is everyone else. When you see a caliber of person like this, you would think, people would think, oh, you're talking down Louis Rosman. No. Look at the difference between just how everybody in the world reads a fucking script. And this isn't. And this is very serious here. So let's do it.
So some of you know that for about a year, I've been working with AI music for my songs in my reviews because, it's fun to sing specs of amps. It's stupid. Have some AI songs written, and they were not the greatest production. They were weird form. Vocals sounded weird. But I then found a way to...
understand, when this guy's saying, like, the vocals sound weird, and I'll tell you that you can learn how to hear auto-tuning just because you become a really good producer hearing all this shit so many times that you can just tell when a voice goes through software, even if the auto-tune's not on. It transforms the voice. It gives it a certain silky quality. It also gives it an old MP3 quality that sounds low quality. So understand, this guy has extremely advanced ears. And I don't mean like the musician does. I mean like the producer does.
Split it into stems, rip it apart, change form, and make it better. Good enough for, Guitar Gear review videos, and just have some fun with it. And then I made a little course showing you what I do. And what I did was necessary.
Fill their world with Frisco by Chewy. For never-ending joy.
Man, get the motherfucking
Some things are just better together.
Oh
Introducing
my God.
US Bank Business Essentials.
I can't wait to get into the meat and potatoes of this video, the actual like teachings of Jesus Christ and
We can
You know,
make managing
we
your
could talk about it
business
through this
easier. That's the
entire
power
ad
of us.
break here.
To make it in any way musical and good, because the AI had weird lyrics, the AI had weird form. It was usually, cool idea in the intro, and then a verse, which might have been, 7 measures or whatever, like odd numbers of measures. But it worked. Great hook in the chorus, and then all of a sudden there's an interlude, which doesn't bring back the great theme from the beginning. It couldn't recognize.
You know, I never made AI music, so I didn't even think, oh yeah, AI would have a lot of problem with those things. It would have a lot of problem repeating the verse that it did in the beginning of the song. AI would make a great song and then have a lot of problem with the structure of it.
Interlude, which doesn't bring back the great theme from the beginning. It couldn't recognize, I had something good here, let's put that back there because that's what music is. And then it was always kind of good until the bridge section, because there was all of a sudden a solo, then a bridge, then another verse, then a drop.
And in these older versions, I remember Missy would share it with me, and it would just degrade as it went on, and you couldn't make long songs. It seems like forever ago already.
Form. Okay, that was Suno, I think 3.5. And then that algorithm became 4. It got better. 4.5, it got better. Now we're up to 5. Holy fuck. Audio quality is so much better. The guitars are still slightly synthy sounding. Guitars are good, but not amazing. So then somehow I watched something the other day that was called Suno Studio, and I watched a little video about it because I couldn't access it with the €8 a month I was paying these people. And of course, we had many discussions about AI and what has to happen for that to be more satisfying to the music community. That's all done. So I watched this Suno Studio video of these 2 young guys in Cambridge who are, behind this, and they're showing it. There's of course more people, but the project lead. And he's showing me what he's doing in Suno Studio, which I will be showing you in a second. And I realized I'm done. Music is done as we know it.
And this is where, I would step in, but I can't do the traditional satire. I can't do the traditional hyperbole, because this isn't stupid. Like every fucking thing is, and everyone is. This is the only serious person. This is the only one who's not reading a script. And it's kind of like the Louis Rosman video. We've gone so far into Babylon, into the traditional true story of all of the world coming together to speak one language. That's the internet. It's not vague. It's, look at what's happened to Spotify. Look at what humanity has done. There's no turning back. It's gone. It's already gone. It's already destroyed. All of the scam artists have replaced actual musicians. Long time ago. It's been well over 10 years that nothing has functioned. And me, as an actual artist and producer, I've just been left out of all of it. So artists don't get to be artists. Artists don't get to make a living. It's only Jake Paul. It's only Tim Pool recommending his little whimsical band. It's only that. There's no artist. It's all been destroyed. And I've been looking for how does humanity get out of this? Well, we've reached God's wrath. The real thing, though. It also appears to be natural law. we've crossed a line here, and now this is the way that it's all fixed. You know, I could go real, and we'll go real deep here.
And that's not an overstatement. Sorry to burst your bubble. This is
you know what I think. You know what I think about all of life. I think that I'm Yalta Bayoth. I think I'm the defect, and God gave me my way, and this whole entire world is my way. And God showing me how my way leads to Babylon, how my way leads to everything dysfunctional. My way leads to every single fucking thing being a scam, where I'm left out of it myself, and everyone prospers, and everyone, and how do you cure the communism?
And that's not
look at this, guys. Let me show you. There's a difference. See, as a producer, this dude, I say he's the best producer in the entire world. This is what we lost. And I wish I could play the original song. Hopefully, I've been linking this song to you guys over the years. Hopefully you listened to it and you heard it for the first time after hearing it many, many times. And you went, how is this song even possible? Like, the amount of mysteries, how this song is about you and the Holy Spirit. And it gets even more mystical because you is actually a mystery if you understand this song. This song is about the Holy Spirit and the ego. Then who are you? Where are you? What are you? You see where at the very beginning, it's a real giveaway. You know, don't you love this? This picture is so fucking Masonic. A woman with red hair with one eye. It's a fucking heavily Masonic picture right here. Love it. My man in my shoes, that's the ego. And this is written from, this lyric right here is written from the perspective of the Holy Spirit. Who are you? The observer. The observer of yourself. Look at the art, look at the absolute fucking artistry that goes into making this song. That it's about self-discovery. That the self-discovery is the artistry. The self-discovery is the truth that everyone has always been looking for. It's right in this song. I mean, anybody that heard this song for real, it's a big deal. Everything else is the delivery system for this artistry. So we've gone really far. We've gone really far into all scam artists running music and people not even knowing what music is. Not even knowing what it's for.
Sorry to...
Son of God linked me the original version and I just put it on. And it's the morning for me. I just woke up, made myself some coffee. Since I'm a 49-year-old man, I don't cry like I used to. I'm an extremely emotional person. I tear up from movies, and I tear up. And boy, did it ever move me. Boy, did I listen to the Psychedelic Furs, and it just, it really moved me. And made me tear up and gave me all the emotions, and I welcome God's wrath onto my tragic kingdom. I did it all. It's all me. This is all my fault. And this is the way, even though I was excluded out of it. Isn't it amazing how God works? And God will keep you separate from it. while God shows you your way. Yeah, I think this entire world is my daddy teaching me a lesson. There was no better way to do it than God to. It was me that had all the opinions. It was me. You know why I'm so big on truth? Because I was the one that argued that I should be able to make up the whole world with my opinion to God. And then God gave me my way. And this entire world is a reflection of it. This entire world is a result of God giving me my way. And there's no return from my way. It leads to ultimate confusion, every last bit of everything dysfunctional, and that's where we've arrived.
Burst your bubble. This is a very sad video that I'm making right here. We're done.
Yep.
Unless
you
want to have fun. Unless you want to be on stage and jump around, AI can't do that.
This is when we were done. When people stopped knowing what music is for. When people stopped making actual fucking art and it became the Tower of Babel. That's what I was trying to say in the beginning. The Tower of Babel with Babylon. The internet has created the Tower of Babel. Ultimate confusion. That's what the Tower of Babel is. We've reached to where everything's a scam. Nothing is fucking legitimate. And we're so far away from what music is actually for. Here, we're it with this right here. Oh, I'm sorry there. I got to cough it all up right now. I'm caught now that I'm talking. Oh my God. Smoked me a lot of cigars yesterday.
Want to have fun with the guitar as a hobby? Cool, absolutely cool. And you want to worship some guitar player and practice their bits? Yeah, that's gonna stop soon too because we won't have any more guitar players. But as a hobby,
I was wondering how communism could ever be beat.
Making music,
it outslops everyone. I can't say that though. I can't say it with this guy. I can say it with the white studio guy because he's a fucking retard. I can say it with Louis Rosman because he's a fucking numbskull that reads a script. I can't do that. I can't do the way that you beat the narcissist. I can't do the hyperbole. I can't do it with this guy.
It's probably gonna still be around, but I'm not exaggerating when I'm saying human music creation as commercial music that is published and gets paid for. That's done. I studied arranging and sound design at Berkeley.
Well, for me, it never started. I mean, my orchestral albums deserve to be heard by the world, but instead Jake Paul was heard by the world. Instead, Tim Pool's fake band. And I put all of my entire life's work into those orchestral albums. And it just came down to, it's not whether they're good or not. It's all about, do I have a big enough YouTube audience? It's done, bro. It was done a long time. It was done 15 to 20 years ago, bro.
That's done.
Yeah, it's done. It's this whole entire 10 years. I've been wondering how it's going to be cleaned up because it has been done. Finished.
Arranging and sound design at Berkeley.
This is like everything turned into just pigs slopping around in their fucking pig pen. And that's all everything fucking is. It's just all corruption and all theft. And I was wondering how it could all be, with God's wrath. God's wrath, we might not understand that there's a rhyme and a reason and a natural law to building the Tower of Babel.
I did 9 semesters. I worked my ass off.
I wonder if anybody thinks that I'm vaguely attaching the Tower of Babel to all of this. No, 1 for 1, spot on, apples to apples is what it is. 1 for 1 repeat of the past.
I can write a cappella. I can write string arrangements. I can write for big band, for orchestra.
And what happened to it all? The story of the Tower of Babel. All the world came together to create mass confusion is what happened.
Rock, pop.
You know, this story gets really interesting because on a level, you really understand reality. If you understand that it's Yaltabaoth's world, the demiurge's world, the ego's world, and the ego thinks that it's doing its best to, I don't know, make society, to make life. And then it all turns into like woke and just all what we're dealing with. All society goes backwards. Everything turns into mass confusion. And it's the demiurge that turns to God. But the demiurge turns to God to wipe out humanity. See, the story of Noah's Ark is the story of the demiurge losing control of humanity. The Tower of Babel is built. Everything turns into mass confusion. And then Yaltabaoth needs to start over. It goes too far. Like how everything is right now. You can't use Spotify. Musicians aren't allowed on Spotify. It's all corrupt. How do you end the corruption? Yaltabaoth turns to God. Yaltabaoth begs God to send a flood, a fire, something to wipe out humanity so that Yaltabaoth can start all over again.
This is what I trained. I'm a sound designer. I know what knobs to fiddle.
Like, you know that's what I'm... hopefully you remember this. Hopefully you get this. Because this is what I think when I'm watching, like, the Portland live stream. Oh, it was so good last night with Action Man. When I'm watching all this, like, protesting and all...
which is why I can review pedals and shit. I mean, I know some of the stuff that happens with waveforms and what an LFO is, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Nobody needs that anymore. After that, I gained 25 years experience in studios, in producing albums, in reviewing gear and getting better at guitar sounds. Everything that I dedicated my life to learning and improving and getting better at.
You got to actually do it though, bro. I was swept under the rug so that Jake Paul can take my place and create mass confusion. I'm so happy for the wrath of God. I'm so fucking ecstatic for it.
It's done. Finito. Because this thing that they released...
YouTube was made for people like me, and I'm the most excluded person. How should I feel about that? That I love the wrath of God. I love it. I fucking love it. Fuck all of you.
We'll do it in 30 seconds and it will do it better.
No one ever had my back except for the wrath of God. No one ever gave a fuck. No one ever thought about cleaning anything up or making anything better, or you know what does? The motherfucking wrath of God puts a real end to it all. Thank God.
That they released?
Thank God for the wrath of motherfucking God.
We'll do it in 30 seconds and it will do it better.
Uh-huh.
Am I exaggerating? Nope. And I will show you. So to get Suno Studio and to be able to use it, You have to have the premium
subscription. The Suno Studio replace Jake Paul, who replaced me? Thank God for the wrath of God.
Subscription. And I needed to know what they were showing in that video, if that's true. So I spent the yearly money, I spent $280 and subscribed for 1 year.
When's the last time anyone's made anything like this? There's no one that would even know what music is anymore. Humanity's become so incredibly fucking corrupt.
To Suno Premium, giving the people that are de facto taking our jobs money.
Oh, well, see, I never got to earn any of that money. YouTube was created for me, but I was excluded from YouTube. Makes me feel like the movie Carrie, you know, and the wrath of Carrie at the end of the movie, radicalized fucking Carrie, really makes me feel like I'm the main character in the movie Carrie. And I really, really just adore God's wrath, you know?
There's no way back.
I mean, there was never any love from human beings. There was never any understanding. There was only the wrath of God that was my fucking friend, which is the movie Carrie. And I'm Carrie in the movie Carrie.
Taking our jobs, money. But there's no way back. This is where it's at. This is it. So.
Yeah, stale, stagnant, boring, all corruption, no artistry, no nothing, and the only savior, the wrath of God. Thank God for the wrath of God.
At the end of the video, I will tell you my prediction of where music is going to go. Now, before we go into the studio here, let's quickly go to...
Yeah, it is a dark and depressing day because it's like the No Effects song. We're officially marking the death of humanity right here. This was when humanity died and deserved to because it built the Tower of Babel.
Music used to be. The music used to be in the 1800s. Some musicians, probably professionals, did music to entertain the people only live. And in the 1900s, music started to be recorded, and that was a totally different thing. More people could actually make it, enjoy it, record it, and record labels came around, I don't know, what, in the 50s, 40s, 50s, I don't know, when music started to be a commercially recorded thing. But you know what? That business model...
Little Bo Peep used the smart
there's so much to talk about. The business model of music was destroyed by YouTube.
It's my dream.
And there's so much to talk about with it. It's the monetization of YouTube, and then YouTube not including music in it was like when you could really say the day music died. Music was excluded from culture itself. Music was excluded the moment they monetized YouTube and everything became about copyright. And now you have to pay artists when you use their music. Before YouTube was monetized, we all just shared music. It all becomes a problem when everything's monetized. Then music itself got excluded from culture by YouTube.
That much. Because then all of a sudden music became everyone's right by just paying a small fee a month, and then some guy has billions and can put it in AI weaponry. Spotify asshole. So yeah, it changed. That model of
that model changed with YouTube.
Make great music. We get a record contract where we get kind of raped by a record company, but at least we are...
And the way that you used to make your name in music is by giving your music away for free. That's the business model of music, is to give your product away for free so people get to hear it. Well, that all changed when YouTube became monetized for everyone. All of a sudden, no one can share music. No one can do, and no one cared. I seem to be the only person that notices.
The world and we're rock stars. That concept lasted about 50 years, maybe 60. And then phased over to we have to promote ourselves. Everyone can be an artist now. Let's upload it to platforms where we don't.
Everybody can be an artist now. Everyone gets everything. And that was the end of everything that brings God's wrath on. There's a formula here, a communism formula. You complete the communism formula, and then it brings on the wrath of God.
The money, but
because humanity is a natural law thing here, where humanity pushes it too far. Humanity builds the Tower of Babel and has no way out. No, we've created too much corruption. We've created too much confusion. And then you pray for the wrath of God to destroy all of it.
No one gets to hear us. That will change. The way we enjoy and make music, the way we listen, the way we create.
The way that we enjoy music? You mean how Jake Paul replaced me? You mean we can enjoy Tim Pool's music that's not real music? We can enjoy all these YouTubers who have just raped and pillaged music, and none of them are artists? Yeah, it died a long time ago, bro.
And what music we listen to will change. And I will give you a prediction at the end of this video. So I will show you Suno's studio. So the way Suno usually worked is...
So now that we're actually getting into it, let's end this video right here. And maybe I'll make a part 2 on it. But this one is a pretty big deal. This video right here is a pretty big deal because try to make a video. Try to find somebody that doesn't read a script. Try to find somebody that's actually just fucking intelligent and just knows shit. Knows what they're fucking talking about through experience. And this is a very rare video because we could go through millions and millions and millions and millions of people and all of them will read a script. We'll never find somebody like this ever again. So thank you all for your donations. You're really helping me out in some hard times here. Much love to everyone. I hope you have the greatest day and the greatest life. I hope this video makes you think. I hope this video, there's so much I've said in here that's the things that I've just carried around for my whole life. Like the whole thing of the story of Yaltabaoth getting his way. And the whole world is Yaltabaoth's way. It's your way. It's my way. It's God letting you have your way. It's God. You know what happens with our way, with our opinions, the world that we build? It needs to be destroyed so it can be replayed. And that's the true story of humanity. It creates mass confusion. It makes everything dysfunctional until life can't function. Yaltabaoth thinks that he's doing a great job, but Yaltabaoth also knows I've done this like 10 times. The world always ends in mass confusion. Everything dysfunctional. Yaltabaoth turns to God for God to send a wrath to wipe out humanity so that Yaltabaoth can start over again. I wonder how many times we've done this. You know, the flood story is the grand story of how we've done this many, 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 many times. How many times has the world turned into absolute mass confusion and then it had to be destroyed so that Yaltabaoth can try again? And now we're kind of at the end of one of the times that Yaltabaoth thought that he was creating this great world of his opinions. So, much love. Hope everyone has the greatest day.